2007 Honda Pilot, and it's a little too high off the ground for my wife to get up in there, and so I got some rails to put on there, side rails, side steps, and you can see I'm gonna have to work underneath on the ground. So I got some cardboard, put our first bracket down there, but I'm fixing to try to attempt to put us on some side rails. We just got them in. The side rails came in, got 4 brackets, driver rear is what that means, I think. And this is the passenger front. That's the passenger rear. I got the driver front over there. And let's see here. I got the packages. This is to attach the sideboard to the bracket. It's 10 millimeter. And these are 13 millimeter. That's just attach the bracket to the frame. So I got a wrench, because on this one you have nuts and bolts. So I have a wrench, 13 millimeter, and a wrench to hold the nut on the other side. And but these are just bolts, and so all we need is a 10 millimeter to tighten them up. And I got a light because it's daylight outside, but under the car it's dark, and I can't see very well without a light. And yes, I did read the instructions as best as I could. And let's open this thing up and look. These are chrome. That's underneath. But these are stainless on the outside, I believe, and a pad that goes all the way down on the middle. But I believe it's stainless. I don't know that for sure, but I'll find out. It's not chrome, so it's got to be stainless. But there's the steps. There's my parts and my tools. And there's my car. So I'm going to climb up there and see how that thing hooks up. See if it's possible that I can do it. I might not even be able to do it. I don't know. If I don't, I'll call my grandson. See if he can get it out there. So, all right. See you in a minute. All right. One of my sons came by. It turns out, of course, this is for several different vehicles, but there's 2 bolts, actually 2 bolt holes, and 2 bolt holes over on this end, and they are already threaded. So all we have to do is put the screws in and tighten them up. But it does still have some washers and stuff I want to look at before I tighten this all the way up again. And it says keep it loose until you get the board out here finished. So right now, 2 bolts, and they're threaded all the way in they're probably 1-inch bolts threaded into the frame. So we don't need all the parts for this to work on this vehicle. And this, like I say, 2007 Pilot. So, all right, let me go see if I can find the washers and what have you, and see if there ain't some lock washers or what it's got. It may have, I'm thinking, little rubber stuff that needs to go between or something. I don't know. Let me take a look. See, this right here shows 4 bolts on this end, 2 bolts in the middle. But it shows bolts and then like 3 different other things, 3 or 4 different other things. Nuts and washers and what have you. So, I got a bag over here. Let me pour them out and see what we got. And then we can maybe figure it out. Gotta give me a hole cut. Alright, there's just flat washers and lock washers. So what I'm going to do is put a flat washer and a lock washer on each of the bolts before I tighten it all back up. Alright, so that's where we're standing. Let me go try to put these washers and stuff on the ones that I got in there, and then put the back one on. Put one with the there we go. Now it's got a washer on it. And last one with a washers, with washers on it. So yeah, a little bit tight. Yeah, it's supposed to be loose, a little bit loose, so leaving it loose, and we can come back and tighten everything. First one's on, the front one's on, and we got to put the back one on, and then mount the outside maybe, and then come back and tighten all these. All right, I got all 4 of them started. See if I can get them up there a little closer. Where's that? There it is, right there. Alright, I'm going to tighten that up a little bit too much here. So I don't want them all the way tight, because it says leave them loose till you get the I think those are loose. I think everything's loose enough. Bar's loose. Alright, got those 2 brackets on. Now let's see if we can figure out which board goes on this side. Alright, I don't see any markings on this thing. There's 3 places to hook it to. Probably a different vehicle. Mine's gonna have 2 places, but they're about the same from one end to the other. 2. No, it's shorter on this end than that end. Huh, let's go look. Let's just put it on there and see. Looks like it goes right there, maybe? No, because it sticks way down too far. Sticks almost to the edge of the door. This is about right. Maybe it needs to be further down this way for the back door, I think. Let's flip it around. And see if... No, that's not it. See, this will be about right here. This will be about right here. That'll cover about half the door. That won't even cover half the door. But that goes way up into the wheel. So it's definitely not this direction. So I gotta flip it back around. Put the shorter end down here by the wheel. Let's see. And the front one, now you gotta tighten the back ones back up. Those 4 in the back. No, they all need that.
Alright. They're just at 30 pounds. You want tighter?
That 30's fine. These on the step say 7. Say don't tighten them very tight. It'll really...
Well, they're at 30.
Yeah, well, they're good then.
I want to make sure these are snug. Falling out, you got a problem.
There you go. Just don't forget to go back and tighten those up that you left loose.
Right.
And that looks pretty good. I think that looks really good, actually. And you got I didn't like the round ones.
Yeah.
And this one had a pad that goes all the way from front to the back so that you won't slip on it as much. And that's just about right. And those little deals are on slides where they slide back and forth. You can put it right where you want it, one way or the other. Looks pretty good. Now we got to get the other side. Yeah. All right, hang on a minute. Let's show them tracks.
Those tracks?
Yeah. That's when you loosen those up, then you can slide those and adjust them wherever you need it on the car. That is pretty ingenious, actually. Slide on down. That's about right. Flip it over and put some screws in.
Where you want it? So I can snug these down?
Yeah. Pull it out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I ain't done that part yet. It just dawned on me what was bothering on the Suburban. That chingling I couldn't find.
Uh-huh.
I bet it was my damn...
Something in there loose.
That's the only thing I never checked.
The center one might have been loose.
Well, that'll frustrate you.
There we go.
substeps.
You don't, those are already tight, the big ones? Yep. All right, everything's tight. All right, well thank you, Bo. Wouldn't have been able to do that.
Oh yeah.
A few days trying to figure it out, I guess. But it does look good. What is that, 2007 Honda Pilot? And it looks pretty good. I wonder if we ought to try it. I don't know that I'd use it, but the kids probably would. Yep. Pretty stout. Even on the back where there ain't no support. Good and stout. All right. I guess that's it.